Lubbock Economic Development Alliance hopes to have about $30 million more in the bank at the beginning of next year.
It's turning to sales tax revenue bonds to help fund investments in the city, something it's doing for the very first time. KCBD News Channel 11's Case Wilbanks joins us to tell us more about that. Case?
Yeah, Karen and Abner, the Lubbock City Council approved this request this month. The maximum of $32.5 million in sales tax revenue bonds to be issued. The Alliance calculates that it'll only need about $28.7 million for what it hopes to finance in projects underway or planned in the future. LEDA CEO John Osborne told the council that the Alliance has been using cash for the past 10 years, helping businesses grow or bring them to Lubbock. Now, that funding comes from the sales tax revenue it collects in the city, which was a voter-approved source from back in 2003. But now the Alliance is pledging that revenue to pay off these bonds it expects to sell to local banks in an effort to keep interest rates low. If not, they'll go out to a public sale in hopes of having the money in the bank in February.
We have quite a few projects that we're working on right now that are extremely active. They're also of significant size and investment in jobs, and we're hopeful that we can get those to come to fruition. Some of those are some of our existing companies growing, and some of those are some new companies coming to town.
Osborne says law restricts how that bond money can be used, limiting them to paying for things like infrastructure and land purchases. And LEDA expects to be able to pay this back over 22 years. Tonight at 10, we'll hear about some of those projects LEDA plans to finance or what they're able to share at this time, plus what Mayor Trey Payne reiterated several times in the council meeting about this debt funding. Abner?